Welcome everybody to Madden 26 franchise. We are here, early access, 7 days early for us special boys, or those of us who, bought the Ultimate Edition of college football, and then you get a discount for this game, so I might as well pre-order it, right? Whatever. The Tennessee Titans, they were not a good team last year, and that rewarded them with quarterback Cam Ward. We are going to look to build this team back up into a contender, back up into a perennial, I think, pretty good team in the AFC. I mean, they've had their down periods, but I feel like they've always kind of really been right in that mix when they've gotten the quarterback and coach right. And it feels like they haven't gotten that right for a while. I think they had the coach and Mike Vrabel. They just didn't have the right quarterback, and then they got rid of him, and then they got rid of A.J. Brown, and then I don't need to torture Titans fans with all those poor decisions, but these are our new coach types. They completely redid coaching here for Madden 26. This is really the big thing that they did for Madden this year for franchise mode. So they have like a ton of different head options, a whole lot of them. I would still like to see a potential ability to customly morph and make a coach ourselves. But this is the coach we're going with because he wears a hat. That was my big decision here. But they have all this other gear you can throw on. They got some hoodies. They got pants, if you care about pants, and shoes. They have all sorts of shoes. We go with some Nikes right here, some Jordan 1s. I feel like those kind of look like Titans colors anyways. So I think those are a good fit right there. And we're going to find some joggers here. I like that they call them joggers. I feel like that's more of like a British term. Joggers, those are sweatpants here, but is the Titans roster. It's an 80 overall, which seems, if we're coming from the college football world, that seems like extremely high, but in Madden, this is on the lower end. I believe like the lowest rated team in this game is like a 78 overall. I'll have to, whenever I do my Madden 27 wishlist video, I will be talking about how, again, these team overalls are too high. They need to be lower. Bad teams need to be rated poorly. Cam Ward, though, what's not rated poorly is his throw power. 91 throw power. That is basically right in that sweet spot, I think. I think when you start getting like 89, 88, that's where things get a little dicey, I think, in terms of usability in these games. But pretty good ratings for him. 72 overall, lower end for first overall pick quarterbacks, but I think that's fair. If I had to take a guess, he probably has star development, but Cam Ward, I'm excited to use him. I remember when he was at Washington State. Again, I remember that franchise guy talking about him. I went and watched him a little bit. I was like, oh, this guy looks pretty good. And I was that at Miami, and I think he will have the ability to do that in Tennessee as well. Then we have Kevin Winston Jr. from out of Penn State. Strong safety. Hidden dev, if I had to take another wild guess. Probably star. I feel like I'm kind of throwing cold water on the whole thing, but we just got to be honest, 89 speed, that's not bad. That's not bad from the safeties I've been seeing. So we get into camp, we do these drills. I'm doing this drill for Cam Ward. I tried the other one. I don't know what's up with that one. Like, I'm used to using the freeform controls whenever I play this game. But in the drill, I don't have it here, but in the drill, the freeform controls are terrible. So I'm not sure what's up with that. We end up just doing this drill with Cam Ward. We get gold. If we would have got gold in that other drill, you get 2 skill points. But since that drill, they made it so difficult because it's not the actual normal freeform passing controls that you use when you're playing a game. It's like their own mucked up version just for that drill. That I don't even think that's worth attempting, if I'm being honest. It's such a bad drill. Maybe there's some demons out there who can get, that, but that's not me. So Khalil Mullings, I hope that's how I said it. This is the new version of this running back drill. I think getting gold in this is going to be very difficult. You basically have to get a perfect block from your tight end / fullback every single time, or that's just not happening. This time, didn't even put a hand on him. I didn't hit turbo. I know that's always the big thing. Oh, don't hit turbo, because then they go to the next blocker. He's not even putting hands on his initial fucking blocker, so piss off with that, you know what I mean? But either way, we end up getting silver on this one. That's still good enough to get a skill point. Then we have left guard Jackson Slater, and we're going to end up getting a gold on this one as well. Well, not as well, because I didn't get gold on that last one. But this one, we do get gold. This one's still pretty nice. They reduced the amount of drills you have in training camp, I believe. I don't think you have access to a couple of them. What I would like to see is these drills, each training camp, kind of like swap out. Like, it's always kind of like a jumbled mix of drills every training camp. So every time you come in here, you always get like a different flavor of everything else. So then we have Oladejo. I believe that's how you pronounce that name. Some of these names are very difficult, but I feel like once you hear them once or twice, they kind of get a little easier, if that makes any sense. Then we get here through him. Got to go for that sack, so you get that fumble bonus. Let's go to that strip sack bonus when you're doing this drill. That's really important. This is the long haul version of this drill. You don't have to do that when you're doing drills in season. This guy's all over me. I almost get out of bounds right there, which would have made that rep worthless. But we come right through, get right through there, bring this guy down. That's our quarterback. Can't believe we're just hitting him for drills, but we're already up to gold because we got that sack bonus on that first one. You see us just trying to get around this guy, trying to spin off. I'm just stuck on him. I finally throw him off, get the multiplier. We don't even really, it doesn't even matter. I already got gold, but, I can't get gold on all the drills, so the ones I can, I want to crush it. But we come up through there, we get gold on that one, so he will get an upgrade. I don't have the footage of these guys all receiving their upgrades from these drills, because the recording about a quarter of the way through when I was doing this, the Elgato took a brief crap, so that footage is just corrupted and lost. So I don't have that, but I do have the drills of me actually doing the drills. I do have that for you here, as we are just going through here now. The chase and tackle one, I gave up some touchdowns on this one, but eventually we were able to get back in here to get bronze. And if we can force a fumble here on this last one, we should be able to get gold, and we do. So James Williams, he also got a skill point upgrade as well. I don't have it to show you because that footage got screwed up. You can thank Elgato for that. I also don't have the coach upgrades that I did because Elgato lost that. So I'll have to go through that for episode 2. But Cam Ward up to a 74 overall here. And he's going to play action, throw accuracy mid, throw accuracy short, throw on the run. After upgrading players in both Madden 26 and CFB 26, I want to see the CFB college football upgrade system brought into Madden. I think it's just a better way to do things, honestly. We also have a draft class, and again, the draft classes still have these terrible preset faces. Again, I don't know what needs to be done on the back end, but get the prospect faces from college football into here. Fix some of the issues I have with those. I talked about that in a video, but I did eventually go through, hire all the scouts. I still don't like how they do scouting. I think it's too hands off. I think scouting needs to be redone for Madden 27. Already saying that here. The game's not even officially out yet. It's not out for another week, and I'm already putting up things that would be in my wish list video, because these just need to be fixed. It just needs to be fixed. Scouting needs to be overhauled, in my opinion. So that is one of my main complaints here, but we're basically through with all the preliminary here. We are going to get into the first game of the season. It's going to be Cam Ward's NFL debut here. Setting up our last scout here. That's going to be Rich Evans. And we're looking through here, making sure these are all set. Just kind of checking again what that region was. That is the Southeast region. And there we go. There is a coach upgrade you can get where you can have all 2-star scouts. I forgot to apply that thing. I didn't feel like unapplying it for other stuff. I don't think it's that important now that I think about it. But now, yes, one of these loadouts, we're going to put the dime play sheet right there. These are our play sheet loadouts. Then you have your staff ability loadouts. And when we unlock more staff ability loadouts, we'll probably put in that one for the scouts. So this is this as well. Wear and tear is something you're going to have to keep track of. And You can rest players, half pads, you can go in there. You actually go into individual players and just set one player in a position group to rest. I just set all of our running backs to rest. But yes, you can go through just one singular player. I'm doing it right now. There, if I want Draymond Jones to rest, I can do that. So I think that's a pretty cool thing that they added this year. I'm glad they added it. I wanted it in the game anyways. So let's get into this one. Titans Broncos here, kicking off week 1. And this was the first game I actually played of Madden 26. And it's so weird now coming into Madden every year as this the pregame. I think the presentation is really good this year. I have to give the Madden team credit for that. But I think it's so weird because before you would come into a new Madden and, I think most of us franchise guys, we probably stopped playing as we went 3-14 last year. Again, I just really enjoy this. I think they did a really good job on this. We would come into the game not necessarily fresh on the sticks, but I think now, a lot of us, we play a bunch of college football 26 before Madden 26 and like last year too. So it's kind of just like, it fits, right? So we come in here, taking on this Broncos team. They kind of shocked a lot of people last year. Bo Nix played very well, and he's playing really well right here, right now. He's kind of dicing us up a little bit. And Bo Nix, another passing opportunity. We try getting to him. I whiff on the hit stick right there. And they are just kind of marching down the field here a little bit here, picking up chunks at will. Now 1st and 10 here, play action look. Bo Nix throws that one, throws it right over the zone right there. Able to kind of just pinpoint right now. Just not able to really get him off his spot. And then they come back here. J.K. Dobbins able to run the football right there as Adam Troutman is going to come up with probably a cramp. Didn't drink enough Gatorade before the game. But now 3rd and 3. Going to throw this one. And they're going to call that 4th and inches. They're going to go for it. Fake Sean Payton is going for it here. Going to swing out pass right here to Dobbins, and Hooker able to come up, make the play right there, and we shut that one down. Turnover on downs, and we are able to bring out Cam Ward, his first game action in his NFL debut here. I just said that's so weird, but play action look right here. I'm going to find Tyler Lockett, and, I really do like this. I have to say, I understand the strategy of bringing in a rookie quarterback like Cam Ward, and then you get a bunch of veteran receivers around him, mixed in a couple youth guys like A.O. Manor right there. If you know this channel, as we get them off sides, but we're going to decline that one, actually. A.O. Manor was in the Western Michigan Dynasty, as we pick up the first down right there. He was a transfer from Stanford, and we were able to bring him in. So I love this play right here. A.O. Manor gets open right there, up the seam on the screenplay. That was originally a screenplay, but I looked at it and thought, well, if that linebacker blitzes, A.O. Manor should have a free release, should be wide open. He was. And we definitely got more yarders than we would have got if we would have just threw the screen. So we come back here, man in motion. Time winding down on the play clock. We throw this one up here. Cam Ward to Ridley, and that's going to be a touchdown. Ward to Ridley over the top, and we take the lead. There's Cam Ward's first career touchdown, and he throws one up to the veteran, Calvin Ridley. Beat his man off the break right there, and Cam Ward puts that ball perfectly in front of him, and we take a 7-0 lead here. But the Broncos are going to come right back at us, firing. Jarius Sneed he's going to have a tough time with Cortland Sutton in this one. So here's J.K. Dobbins. They're able to find some running room right there. And the CPU is always able to find running room, it feels like, in these games. So we come back second quarter. Lighting looks really good. That shadow looks great. You can tell that shadow's coming off of the kind of lighting structure. That looks really good. I have to say, this game looks really good this year. These sort of lighting effects and shadow effects look great. And then here's Bo Nix. Slides down. Really want to lay a big hit on him. I feel like that's going to be really worthwhile doing because of wear and tear. But there's Adam Troutman. Comes back in the game after his little cramp and is able to catch a touchdown pass right there. And the Broncos gonna tie this one up. Maybe would have had the lead if they would have just taken that field goal earlier as opposed to going for it. But either way, that's water on the bridge now, because now we got to get this thing going again. Third and 12. Third and 12. We just have to check it down, and we're gonna have to punt this one away. 4th and 6, gonna be a 3 and out for us here on our second drive of the game. So now Bo Nix all day throws this one on the run, and that's gonna be a big pickup right there. Marvin Mims, Ben Powers gonna come up hurt, clutching his titty. Probably his rib. And then J.K. Dobbins again gonna pick up some yardage right there. 3rd and 1. Kept fighting. And that makes it 3rd and 1 as opposed to probably like 3rd and 2. And then Jeffrey Simmons is gonna come up hurt. He was constantly in and out of the game. Got some big wear and tear early and ended up kind of being in and out of the game. 4th and inches on that play. Dobbins just able to pick up the first down right there. So, like I said, bruised hand. So, Simmons was constantly in and out of the game. So, 1st and 10 here. Bo Nix kind of standing back there. Going to slide down. 2nd and 4. I feel like that slide animation triggers just a little too early. I feel like those quarterbacks need to be in a little bit more perilous position if they don't slide when they should. And down goes Nix. Gonna get sacked as Tavondre Sweat bringing him down. Big play for the second-year man. So, we're going to come back again here. 3rd and 10. I don't think we can push him out of field goal range here, but we certainly can bring down Bo Nix again. Kind of get them out of thinking of even going for it again on 4th down, because I think this team would. 4th and 17. I don't think you're that stupid to go for it like that at this point in the game. But Cody Barton with the blitz and the sack, so that's going to force a field goal kick from them. This isn't college. These guys, for the most part, make their kick. So 2-minute warning, 7 to 10. And we're going to get a big opportunity here, I think, to kind of make something happen on this return here. I know the league has tried making these returns a little bit more exciting. And Harris, look at this, almost has the seam, almost had the edge right there. If he just had a little bit more juice, I think he could have took that one to the house. So we're going to come back, 2nd and 11. And just looking here, Ward going to get hit as he throws. That one falls down before anyone could get to it. I wish the lineman had the presence of mind to smack the ball down in those situations. They don't. Ward going to get sacked here. And we're going to have to punt this one away. That drive just did not go well. Back-to-back 3 and outs, really just not good stuff here. But we come right back, and we get Bo Nix down. Cody Barton again with another sack. Bringing down Bo Nix, and that's going to force another punt from them. So we get the ball again, and we're going to throw that one. That's a risky throw right there, kind of pressing our luck. 3rd and 3, looking, going to just throw this one up deep. Those other routes just took too long to develop, and you just got to get the ball out sometimes, and that time we just threw it up. So we're getting some free release here. If we can find the right read, put that ball just inside enough to pick up the first down, and that'll get us into field goal range. And we can boot this one through 49 yards. That should be an easy kick for us to make. This one's up and away, and that one's good. We are tied up 10-10. So we have the halftime report here. Not sure if these will be in every video, but they're going to be in this one because it's a new feature. Maybe some of you haven't seen it yet. But we got the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New Orleans Saints here. Spencer Rattler versus Jacoby Brissett. Not sure what happened with Kyler Murray or Tyler Shook. But either way, great play here by Alvin Kamara. And that leads the Saints to pick up the win here. 21-20. Big shot right there by Kamara. He doesn't care. He gets the touchdown. Saints win. Come back here. Panthers and Jaguars. That's an AFC South foe. What are they doing here? It's Trevor Lawrence. This was our franchise team last year. Madden 25 was so bad, no one wanted to play it. So Trevor Lawrence, he's going to find Brian Thomas Jr., and Thomas Jr. going to break some tackles, break away, gets the touchdown, and the Jaguars are going to start their season 1-0. And then the Dolphins and the Colts here. The Colts on the road to start the season, actually at home, excuse me. But Tua Tagovailoa lit up this Colts defense for 4 touchdowns, 27 of 35, 300 plus yards on the day. And that is just sensational stuff here for the Dolphins. They always start off hot. Will they keep it hot moving forward? So we come back to this one, 3rd and 13, and that's going to be Cam Ward's first career interception. And that was just a poor decision by me. Talona Hufanga gets the interception, and he didn't even really have to work for it. We just kind of threw it right to him, honestly. Just a poor decision right there. I mean, he had the leverage too. I mean, just not a very good decision on my part. But Bo Nix here, 2nd and 10. Bo Nix throws it, and he's going to give it right back. It's Amani Hooker picking that one off. Going to get out of bounds. Don't need to take any wear and tear. That's something you have to think about now in these games. But we get the interception right there. We get the ball right back. Play action look here. Going to throw this one here to Calvin Ridley. Pick up the first down. Keep the chains moving. Keep the drive moving. Got to get a little bit more consistent here in the second half. We want to win this game. So now another handoff here. Got to get this running game going. I think that's really important to that. And, you know, it's tough to want to keep running the football when you're kind of not able to run it. Here's Mullings. He's able to pick up some space right there. So maybe we're more of a second half run team. I'm not sure. But either way, able to pick up the first down right there. So now we're going to come back again. Going to find Tyler Lockett. And Lockett going to catch that one, bring it in. Now 3rd and 10 here. What do we got here? Again, drive kind of stalls out a little bit here. Ward on the run, just going to check it down to Pollard. Pollard slips a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. We're going to retake the lead here, break the tie. And Pollard with the catch and run right there can make something happen in the passing game if you can't make it happen on the ground. And Cam Ward took a shot right there, but looks like Hufanga wanted to lay a hit into Pollard, and Pollard able to just kind of shrug it off, catch the ball, and pick up the touchdown right there. So 17-10 here. Broncos, they were looking hot to start this thing, kind of cooling off here a little bit. Now here's another. Oh, that is not good right there for the Broncos. That's going to be a fumble. And we're going to get that recovery right there. Cody Barton did recover it, but I don't think he caused it. I'm not sure what happened on that play, but I think it might have been a situation where you put the hit stick in right on the ball, and that just knocks it out. Marvin Mims not able to secure that football. Got to put both hands on the ball when you're about to take a hit like that. But Pollard comes back, now gets a first down right there. So, hey, maybe, this running game isn't as fruitless as I thought. And, well, that isn't really good either. 4th and 8. At this point, I think I was just kind of settled for a field goal. So I'm looking around here, and then we get kicked out of the game. I actually was thinking about going for it here, but we get kicked out of the game. Servers went down for a little bit if you were playing today on the launch day of August 7th, 2025. Because people will see this video from a while now. What are you talking about? Well, when the game came out on August 7th, servers went down for a little bit. So we come back, get loaded back into the game, and we are just going to kick a field goal here. 57 yards, but, this is almost like standard kicking here in the NFL. You better be able to make these, and we are able to. I'm using the old school kick meter. I prefer it. I don't like the new one. That's too much stuff I have to, my old man now brain has to focus on now. So 20-10 here. Bo Nix, 4th quarter, slides down. I'm getting really annoyed with those slides. I just really want to put one good hit on them. Get that wear and tear going. And it's Jeffrey Simmons throwing, I believe that might have been Quinn Miners, throwing him to the ground like he was just a small child. And Jeffrey Simmons gets a sack despite being in and out of the game here. And so we get the ball back here, 3rd and 10. At this point, I just want to extend the drive, right? Keep bleeding time off the clock. Cam Ward going to throw this one, a little bit of that schoolyard play right there that he's able to bring. And look at this, big play here. Able to get a bunch of yards after that. And Cam Ward is just playing sensational here. Despite the one interception, I mean, just kind of everything you would hope for in a debut here. And just really nice stuff right there. So now another 2nd and 9 here. Ward going to throw this one. And that is a risky throw right there. Thankfully, that wasn't intercepted. So now 3rd and 5 on the run. Going to find Ridley again. And Ridley going to get his 2nd receiving touchdown of the day here. And we're going to extend this lead out to 27-10. So here's Bo Nix. 2nd and 10 here. Looking. Going to take off and run here. Nix has open space in front of him. Barton tries getting a hit in. This time, I believe like Xavier Woods lays that hit in. And that's going to cause a fumble. 2nd fumble of the day for the Broncos. And we're able to force 2 fumbles, recover both of them. Turnover luck going our way in this one, honestly. But just Nix maybe should have slid that time. That's why you slide. And this time he ends up getting a hit. And I think maybe when one of his guys bumped into him, that caused the ball to pop out. We go 3 and out. They get the ball back again. Bo Nix here. Under 2 minutes, trying to make something happen. Missed tackle right there. And the Broncos able to pick up the 1st down right there. So Nix and the Broncos still fighting here. Nix going to throw this one up here. That is going to be to Cortland Sutton. And that is going to be a touchdown. Broncos. Kind of a last gasp of this Broncos team. And this one potentially got to get the onside kick. And going to have to get a touchdown and then a field goal to stay alive in this one, but Tyler Lockett going to pick that one up, take a few hits, keep the clock moving there, burn off a couple more seconds. And we're not out of the woods yet. Still got to get a 1st down to really end this game. Burn their timeouts. Pollard going to get brought down right there, make it 2nd and 7. Now he's going to come back again here, gets a nice block there from Wiley, and that's going to break him free before he's brought down. And there it is right there. Last timeout. They can't stop the clock. And we're going to pick up our 1st win of the season. Cam Ward's going to pick up his 1st win of his career. We're going to start this season 1-0. Broncos going to start 0-1 in this one. Bo Nix played well, but some costly turnovers. The fumble and interception. So Cam Ward, 14 of 25, 238 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Pollard didn't have a great day on the ground, but did have a pretty good day catching the football. 2 touchdowns for Calvin Ridley, a touchdown for Tony Pollard. Tyler Lockett with 3 receptions. Aquano with 3 and 63. And then Alec Amander with 3 and 44. So, got to clean up some things in the passing game, but all in all, pretty good day for us. And then Cody Barton, 2 sacks. Jeffrey Simmons a sack. I feel like some of the sacks that we had earlier didn't get counted. So I'm not sure what was up with that. But Amani Hooker with an interception. And then we had 2 forced fumbles from Roger McCreary. And then I could have swore that was Xavier Woods with one of those forced fumbles, but I could be wrong. But here's the weekly recap for those of you who are interested. I didn't show the ones that we already saw. There are going to be some new ones I think you're going to see when you do it after your week. And the one we didn't see was the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Sam Darnold's debut as a Seahawk gets kind of ruined here by Christian McCaffrey just running over the Seahawks defense as the 49ers pounce on the Seahawks 45-24. They're going to start their season 1-0. So we're going to take on one of their NFC West foes in this one as we take on the LA Rams. They're a lot better than us, I guess is the way I'll say it. Let me take a look here at the rest of the AFC South, or the rest of the AFC in general. We start off 1-0. The Jaguars start off 1-0, and the Colts and Texans start off 0-1. And you see the Chargers, the Raiders start 1-0. Almost everyone in the AFC North wins except the Cleveland Browns, of course. And then only one team in the AFC East got a win, and that was the Miami Dolphins. Everyone else 0-1. Looking up at the Dolphins, but it's still very early in the season, and it's very early in this series. So I want to thank you all for watching this first episode. If you want to see more Tennessee Titans franchise, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, watch what's right here. It's probably episode 2 of this series, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.